On the camera.
What up? Welcome back to Week 11 college football. Hope you guys are ready for a great show tonight. Got a lot of fun lined up. I'll be your host tonight, Dustin Hall, and we got
Logan,
Will,
and Preston. And guess what? The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town. Literally, Preston is
I just
back.
hit that note.
kind of
Yeah, I hit that note.
You do that one more time?
No. Maybe later. Only 60% of the time it works.
All the time. Hey, we got our first comment. Go Noles, FSU. Already on the Florida State hype train. How does that make you feel, Will?
It is what it is. You know, I'm getting a little. They're good. Don't get me wrong. I know a few Florida State fans. I'm not saying these are you guys. You guys are loyal, good fans.
You're awesome.
I do have a friend that's one of those annoying, unrealistic FSU fans, though. His name's Hall Moreland. I'll call him out. But he's been blowing up our friend group chat. I mean, just talking out of his butt crazy about Florida State. And
Keep it family friendly.
hey, it is what it is. And
Tiny.
I think it's crazy. He thinks like they're the most dominant by far college football team this year, and there is no dominant college football team. Let's get that straight first off.
Georgians.
No, there's no dominant team. A dominant team is one that you look at and say there are no flaws. Every team has looked shaky at times this year. And I think at any given week, anybody could win. I think that
Mission's pretty solid.
I think when you get to the playoffs, anybody can win. So
Playoffs.
it's all about who gets to
We're
the
talking
playoffs.
about practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
Who needs to practice?
Practice.
Practice is for losers.
Tyler says your friend sounds like a great guy. Everyone needs a good Florida State friend, right?
That's right. I got two of them.
That's true. All right. We got Tyler. FSU is the dominant team this year.
I don't think so.
What was the game? Was it Clemson? Overtime.
Don't forget about Boston College. They almost lost.
This is true.
That was rough.
Hey, the win is a win.
They did play it last week.
Even if you beat Jacksonville State at the last second, a win is a win.
You'd
Okay.
be happy about beating a D2 school.
That's
Watch
right.
this game. I don't even
They were a good
They
team.
did.
Hey,
24-6.
Jacksonville State's a
It wasn't that
good ball
big.
team.
They're
I
both
don't
good
care
ball
what you say.
Quarterback
Whatever.
looked good. Pitt's quarterback is solid. He's like a little sophomore dude.
I feel like we have two completely different
Yeah,
conversations going right now.
All right,
He's like
Hey,
straight from
Let's
us.
get in.
we're going to focus in right now. We're excited for a great show tonight. We're glad you're here. Let's do some work here first.
All right.
If you're watching right now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to share. Go on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Text your friends, text your family. Let them know we're live tonight. Week 11 is starting to heat up. We're going to get to our scoreboard here in a second. We got a close race. Well, at least three people are. But anyways, make sure you share. Make sure you like. Make sure you hit us up in the comments section. This is a fan show. We want to make sure we represent the fans. We got some love from Florida State. We got some love from Miss Gloria, always an all-time. She is probably like one of our all-time best fans.
Absolutely.
For sure. She's been here since day one,
Shout out
since
to
we hit the
Gloria.
ground. So shout out Miss Gloria.
That's right.
All right. Look at
She-
that. The legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Dusty Hall is watching the show right now.
That is a true
Wow.
goat right there.
Man.
I love that guy.
Best thing he ever did was make me. That's a legendary comment.
Jesus. Debatable.
That's
Jesus
it.
made you.
Well, Jesus saved me.
Oh,
Hey,
Anywho, let's move on before we get too deep into this family show. We are excited for a great show. We got quick picks coming up here in a second. We got scoreboard update. We got dumpster fire of the week by
Boy.
Will Bryant. Could be sponsored by Eaton Pest Control one day. We never know.
Woo.
And then we got Preston May with just being Preston May. And then we'll get to our
I
game.
am the sponsor.
Yeah, I am the sponsor. I am the citizen. All right. And then we got game of the week this week, Georgia and
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. That's right. I went back to Mizzou. I'm like, we're not playing Mizzou again.
Oof.
Ole Miss. But yeah, I like
It's just another version.
Big game. Big game.
big game, huge games. Big talking points coming up.
All offense and defense.
We may or may not have a guest picker. I mean, you just gotta wait. Hold on. You just gotta hold on to your boots, okay? But man, we're so
We might
thankful.
just slip you a random link. You know, you never know in the comments.
Now, if you're on our Facebook page, if you'll notice, you'll scroll down, you'll see we just shared a post about becoming a sponsor. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You go on there, You send us a message, let us know you want to be a sponsor. You send us $100, and we shout out your business. Yeah. It's really easy. We'd love for you guys to be a sponsor of our show. The hottest growing sports channel in the CSRA. Facts. Write it down.
Trademark.
We're taking CSRA. Then we're taking South Carolina. Then we're going to invade Florida. We're taking over. So just hang on, get ready. Hey, get into the action early. Well, hey, sponsors are only $100. You never know. Inflation happens. So thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Chick-fil-A tonight. Brand new Chick-fil-A Exit 5 just opened up.
Amen.
So, hey, if you're associated with Chick-fil-A, shout out. We loved it. It was good. Yeah. Sweet tea is always flowing.
Platinum member.
Platinum.
Wow, absolutely.
Wow.
We hit platinum this year too.
Yeah.
I'm red. Here's what we got to figure
It's
out.
like $10,000 a year.
Here's what we got to figure out. Me and my wife have different accounts. We need
we got one.
We need
one
to get
account.
on.
I would pull up too, but my phone's a little tied up. But.
My
Holly
girlfriend has a ton of points.
Holly
Maybe
says
400.
still voting for wives' night as guest pickers. Well,
No.
Isn't that crazy?
there would only be 2 wives, so that would be kind of silly.
It's tough.
All right. Oh, we got horses now. All right. So let's jump right in here. Let's just go right in and go in on our quick picks of the week.
I like it.
All right. So we got some good quick picks actually. Rapid fire number eight, Alabama taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. Will.
I think Bama this year is a sneak team, maybe to get into the playoff.
Yeah.
A couple things out there to play out, but I think they got a chance. I'm taking Bama to roll.
What you texted me? I'm gonna lean in on this because Will, you're doing a really good job this year. Don't pick against the Tide.
Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna stick with it. Roll Tide for me.
Yeah, roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You know, I hope they just destroy Kentucky. That when Carolina plays, and there's nobody left. So.
Alberto Elvis.
Maybe we'll get a win out.
Oh,
of it,
Logan.
Elvis, what's up, man?
You know Elvis?
I know Elvis.
Listen,
Preston knows Elvis.
I know Elvis.
Wow.
I know you.
Wow.
Well,
He gave a shout out
in case
to
you
Logan
didn't
before
know.
did.
Pro home
More love to Logan than
Bro,
Preston.
hey, gotta throw out the money, man.
Yeah.
Gotta like
Look
it.
out, and I'll
Look
get
out. We'll get you a shout out. We got Miss Gloria here shouting out the Tide. We got Tyler shouting out the Tide as well. Bama all day. All right. Moving on with our next pick. Georgia Tech taking on Clemson. Georgia Tech's always tricky, but taking on the Clemson Tigers, Logan.
that triple option can
Yeah.
really do wonders.
Give you nightmares.
But Clemson.
But they don't run it.
Hey, Clemson still has to win one more game. Make it to a bowl. You never know.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
We got to win out. So
Yep.
I'll take Clemson in this game as well.
Wow. Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Nah, I
didn't want to jump ahead.
our leg hair is connected,
Yeah,
so I
sorry.
figured you knew.
A little awkward.
It's like Avatar, how they like talk.
All right, sorry. I will be in the stadium at this game
Whoa.
this week.
Breaking news.
My aunt has tickets, and I told her I'd go.
The one that's always in the comments?
Yeah.
What?
And who?
And
You always look against her, dude.
Hey, listen.
Jason.
Hey, Beth, you're the greatest.
Clemson is not back.
Jason, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I have to address this. Jason, Clemson is back. Come on, man.
Come on.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Listen.
Dude wins a gift
Listen.
card and goes crazy.
Who's the only one that picked Clemson last week?
That's fine.
Hey,
I like Tyler's result
You're
here.
right.
Tyler says Clemson might be back until they play the Gamecocks.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And Williams-Brice, it better be at night. I swear. This game better be at night. Anyway, Will, you're going to be at the game.
I'll be at the game.
It's like a 10 a.m. game.
All right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Friday night game.
On TNT.
I'm sorry. Guys.
CW.
Respect.
Every time. It never fails.
It's like kindergarten, okay? He has the carpet. Let him have the carpet. Will, good.
Carpet. Okay. I'll be in the stadium, so I don't want to make anybody mad. It's going to be in the stadium with me this week. Georgia Tech is playing pretty good for Georgia Tech this year, and but I'm going to take Clemson in this one.
Yeah. Good call. Preston.
Clemson. I picked Clemson last week. I was the one to pick them. They won. They came out. They showed up. They played ball. Will Shipley, I think, is supposed to come back this week. I'm going Clemson again. I'm a Dabo believer until they play Carolina.
Preston.
Then I'm not a believer.
Killing me.
A believer.
I'm a believer.
Somebody like that.
Jason, I love your comment.
All right, Jason.
He said they should have
We need to get Tyler from Spartanburg on the
Who's
show.
that?
He's like the most trending guy ever right now.
Did you not watch the Dabo interview?
No.
Tyler from Spartanburg called in and like put him up,
I'm a big fan of Dabo. You are.
talking bad on Dabo,
Kill him.
and then Dabo.
Listen, I was on the boys trip with the boys.
Just go watch the interview.
You
I was
got
at an Eagles View high school game, actually. Go Eagles View.
All right.
They
Moving
lost.
right along.
Next.
Last game. This is the shoe game. Florida taking on number 19 LSU.
Wow.
Like, can't get more intense. This is a big rivalry for both these teams. All right, can I just
Where's it being
make,
played
let
at?
me just
Where
make
is it being played
it's
at?
at LSU.
No,
okay?
game over.
Here's what I'll say. This is one of those random
before.
dumb games that Florida will win. Like just to make you upset that like this is not a dumpster fire. But let's just be real. LSU at home, I'm taking them. So
Ooh.
Impressive.
It depends on Jaden Daniels. Oh man,
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't think about that. If he broke his jaw, I mean, Joe watched that game last week. I mean, really, no targeting was called. The dude got his jaw broke by the other player's helmet, and they didn't call targeting. That's how much rain it is for the SEC this year.
Whoa.
They want Alabama to get in so bad. Anyways, I'm still picking LSU.
okay.
Whew. Sorry.
Wilbur?
Interesting comments.
Long-winded there.
Interesting comments. LSU, I think they're good enough to beat.
Yeah, Newsmeyer saw.
They're good enough to beat Florida this year. Florida has surprisingly surprised me this year, but I don't think they have enough for LSU this week.
Hey, did y'all know
Yeah.
that Florida is still a dumpster fire?
That's what they say.
LSU is going to take this.
Yeah,
All right,
LSU.
fair enough.
All right. All right, so let's get to our scoreboards real quick so you guys can feel better about yourselves and make me fall into a hole and die. Let's check out the scoreboard. Yeah, I did. The Florida. Logan
Florida's
quoted
still
it.
a dumpster fire.
Yeah. All right.
That's so fun.
Scoreboard.
That's scoreboard.
Hey guys, look at this. Look at this.
Look at it. Ooh, dumpster fire. All right. I'm holding down the pack here. Keeping things humble at 47 and 25. And then the rest of the crew is at 50 and 22.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
You notice the dumpster fire is getting bigger?
Well, last week you were eating it.
I
Now
know.
it's like,
That was just
How
consuming.
solid is this?
you are
Listen,
becoming the dumpster
50 and
fire.
22 out of all the games we picked this year. 50 and 22.
I know.
is pretty
47
solid.
25 is pretty.
That's still pretty good. Yeah, you're right. You're
That's
right.
fair enough. That's almost 60%.
60% of the time,
I'll
you
take
fix
it.
it every time.
I like it. Hey, random. Look at this comment. David Rice. Welcome to the show, bud.
Hey.
Go
Shout out.
Vols and go Ole Miss.
Shout
Wow.
out my boy David
We'll
Rice.
sneak peek into our next segment here.
Uh-oh.
We're going to jump right into the dumpster fire of the week.
Woo.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Wow,
All right,
still no
that's-
sound?
that's your
Come
jingle.
on. Wow.
That's your jingle, man.
That's weak.
I'm
You can
sorry.
do better.
We should.
Mm.
We got one more sponsor.
Ooh,
All
come on.
right, dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire.
Hit
Dumpster fire this
We got 20 people live right now.
Let's go.
Okay. If you guys would ever let me talk,
I'm
without being
so excited
interrupted,
about
we
this
could do
dumpster
it.
fire.
All right, this is what I'm thinking this week.
All right.
Who is the team that eliminated themselves from playoff competition last week, pretty much with a loss? Who
Oh, shit.
lost? Well,
Oklahoma.
I think they were out before that, but
Yeah.
yeah. Who also lost to their in-state, one of their rivals? It's not their biggest rivalry, but it is one of their rivals.
And
And
Kansas.
it is also the last time they will be playing for a while because one is coming to the SEC. All this to say,
Oh,
Oklahoma is the dumpster fire of the
Wow,
week.
Man.
I mean, I really thought I bought into the hype a little bit.
okay.
You know, they
I
lost.
did. We picked Oklahoma for what was it, 2 weeks ago?
They had the highest percentage to make the playoffs
Yeah.
based on the strength of schedule. The
they,
highest.
they still couldn't get it done. They lost to Oklahoma State.
Two in a row.
You can never count Kansas out. So.
Who?
Stop it.
All right.
Stop it.
Anyways, Oklahoma's the dumpster fire of the week because they really let down expectations, and I bought into them and they let me down. Seems like every team I do this year. Carolina, Notre Dame, who was I just saying? Oklahoma.
I think we had Sam Hartman for the Heisman at one point. We saw
Yeah.
about that.
Golly,
That was terrible.
To be fair, a lot of people had Caleb Williams as the Heisman, and
That's
he
not
hasn't
happening
looked
either.
great anyways.
That's not
either,
happening
so.
either.
Yeah.
That happens.
So tell me this. As we're on the dumpster fire,
Riddle me this.
who's going to be the Heisman? Who has the best chance to win that?
Michael Penix.
I think Joe Namath. Yeah.
Solid
Harrison
choice.
Jr.
Yep. I like
Three
it.
good choices.
I don't
You
know.
who's probably going to
Bo
be
Nix.
Probably not the
Bo
quarterback
Nix.
of Oklahoma this year.
Probably Bo Nix.
Probably Spencer.
Oh, Nix,
He
really?
has the highest completion percentage.
Yeah,
but-
he's good though.
But who's he play?
He's played
Washington.
Washington,
If he played Georgia,
Utah.
his stat would
USC.
drop by 5%.
USC,
Colorado.
Colorado.
Are you going to seriously
Arizona.
sit here? You're going to sit here and say
Arizona,
Colorado
Arizona
right
State.
now?
Probably have-
Colorado has one player on the defense.
They probably have six top 25 games that they played this year,
Yeah, they actually have.
and they've lost.
Can we talk about the top 25?
And they've lost one game.
Okay, play in the SEC. That's all I got.
That's fine.
That's all I got.
Look at the SEC this year.
You know why Bo Nix is having a good year?
Yeah,
Because he left Auburn because he couldn't play a real defense. True story.
South Carolina's in the SEC. They're gonna
Yeah,
talk
I'm
real
just
defense.
saying.
South Carolina,
Ours is the
Vandy,
exception. Ours is the exception. Okay?
Auburn, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh,
except
good
for
solid teams.
Bama, LSU,
Good
Ole
solid
Miss, and Georgia.
Hey,
Tennessee,
hey, listen. You know what they say about that?
I'm out of sweet tea.
60%.
When in Rome.
Win in room.
When in Rome.
All right, moving right
The
along.
Big Ten is good.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to get to our picks of the week. With our game of the week at the conclusion, we're going to have number 9 Ole Miss versus number 2 Georgia. Hold on. We're going to get to that pick in just a second. But right now, we're getting to number 13 Tennessee versus number 14 Missouri.
Wow.
This is the battle of second in the SEC.
Where's it at?
Yeah, Missouri.
Mizzou.
Columbia. Yeah.
Columbia.
The real Columbia.
Now, what did Mark Ivey try to teach us how to say Missouri? I forgot. I think we've already messed it up.
No.
Louisville.
Louisville. That's
Yeah,
it.
that
That's
was
it.
it. Hey, they're winning, by the way. Shout out Louisville.
Hey, shout out to Josh Major. Look at that.
What? Hey, that's
relative.
the bro right there.
Dude, your relatives do show up to the show.
They do.
I'm just gonna say
Hey,
that.
they're real.
You're
I
right.
appreciate it.
All
We'll
right.
see how many Pac-12 teams made the playoff. 0.
Yeah, they just pad the top 25. That's all they do. All right. So we got Tennessee taking on Mizzou. Both teams beat the Gamecocks, so we have that perspective.
Mhm.
This one's
Everybody
at
beat the
Mizzou. Yeah, you're right. This one's at Mizzou. Both teams have shown that they're dangerous. Both teams look like they can take on that second place in the SEC East. But who's really going to be the top dog at the end of the day? Logan?
Well, to answer that question,
Yes, sir.
I think Missouri by far has the better offense. Brady Cook is one of the better quarterbacks in the SEC this year. Has almost 2,500 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's a pretty good stat line compared to Milton's, who barely has 2,000. And then you have Schrader, who almost has 1,000 yards rushing through week 11 and has 10 touchdowns. I think their offense is a lot better than Tennessee's. But it's going to come down to defense. Drinkwitz is definitely going to have to get that together to beat Tennessee's offense. They still have a pretty good offense, but give me Missouri.
Wow.
Tennessee's
Okay. Missouri. All right, Preston.
That's awful. Tennessee's favored?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 points.
By the spread too, they're 2-point favorite in the spread.
Who'd you pick? Missouri?
Missouri.
He's got to get his voice.
This is the game where he makes his face.
So listen,
You can't pick
it's
Clemson.
like chess, you know? Crown me.
You won't do it.
Let's go.
He won't do it. He won't.
I
do
don't like. I
I
don't
don't like
like.
this pick. This is
Yeah.
awful.
Milton.
He
I
doesn't have
don't.
the guts.
I think Mizzou is the better team for sure.
Mm.
I think it being at home,
Mhm.
Mizzou has played very well this year. I mean, they lost against who?
LSU.
LSU barely. They should have won that game. And Georgia, they played a solid game against Georgia.
Had a chance to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mizzou. I think it's a fair matchup. I think Tennessee is not truly indicative of their record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they're good enough to beat the Kentuckys and the Vandies.
Right,
They're better than Carolina, but
Everybody's.
they're not that next tier team yet. That's gonna be top of the East. So, yeah, Mizzou.
Nice. All right, good pick. Wilbur?
Listen, I really hate that we're all hating on Tennessee right now. Because my boy David Rice, first time in the comments, Tennessee fan.
Jason Brown, Rocky
I
Top.
know. I hate doing it. You know,
Always be.
dude finally comes in the chat, supports the thing, and we're gonna hate on Tennessee.
Dude, David's got some knowledge.
What do you say?
David's got some fired up knowledge here.
Actually, disagree. Missouri is a garbage. Their offense has dropped the last few weeks. Tennessee is playing their best game.
Wow.
David, I was
agree
gonna,
to disagree.
I was taking your side before that comment. I'm gonna agree to disagree. I don't think Tennessee is exactly on the top of their game. Who'd they play last week?
UConn.
UConn.
Pretty
Okay.
good.
It's UConn. Let's
Silver
be
and
honest. They're irrelevant.
I know they had a football team. What state is
I'm
that?
just gonna put it like this: Missouri is the better team. They're at home. I think they're the better defensive team. I don't really trust Tennessee's defense, even though it's better this year. I still think they're shaky on the back end, and I think Missouri has enough firepower on offense to overcome it.
How about that comment? You see that comment by Lawton? Longhorns.
I'm taking Missouri.
My cousin.
Since, they're going to always
cousin?
talk over
Florida
us.
State.
So I'm taking Missouri.
You're taking Missouri too?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Let's see Long. Let's
Oh,
go back to
that's
Long.
Pat. That's Pat.
Oh, it's Pat.
Yeah.
Don't laugh, but could Miami somehow upset Florida State? Anybody? I would love it.
I hate to tell you, it's Miami Hay week in Florida right now.
Really?
Yeah, it sure is.
They
Tyler.
playing Florida State this week.
Tyler
Miami,
says
Florida State.
David is wild. All right, guys. Tennessee, Missouri. Oh my goodness, this is tough.
That's a tough
This
game.
is a
Big
tough game.
Miami,
Because
Florida
either one of these teams can easily lose this game. Either one of these teams can win this game. You know what? I got nothing else to lose. Let's go Vols. All right, Tennessee. You know what? And this ain't the game. I got to make a pick to get up there on the scoreboard. So here we go. I'm picking Tennessee.
Here's the wild play.
Here you go.
Okay.
Here you go.
Hey.
Hey.
Tennessee can still make the SC championship, can't they? They beat Missouri this week. Georgia loses to Ole Miss, and then they play Tennessee plays
Oh,
Georgia.
yeah, we can see that. Well,
Yeah, they
East-
definitely went out.
That's the East. They can still make the SC championship. There's a path. They gotta win this game. This
All
must
right.
win for the Vols.
All right. I like it. All right, moving right along. Next pick, number 10, Penn State versus the hyped up number 3, Michigan Wolverines. What? Logan, what's the name, buddy?
Michigan's looking really good this year. They're
Yeah.
one of the better teams in the nation. Their quarterback, what's his name? McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Definitely
Tom Brady.
really, really good
Tom
quarterback.
Brady 2.0.
Yeah. Definitely fits the system very well. He's going to be a really good pro athlete one day. Yeah, give me Michigan. Penn State, who did they lose to? They lost to
Ohio State.
Ohio State
Wow.
a little bit. The most boring game I've watched all year long was Ohio State, Penn State. So give me Michigan.
Okay,
Me
Michigan.
and Preston watched that game together, and we were like, dude, they still haven't scored.
All right, David, I
That
need
was
you to do me a favor. I picked Tennessee. I need you to share this on your Facebook. I want you
Right
to
now.
share it. 'Cause, I went ahead and I went on the limb for the Volunteers. I want you to share this on your Facebook.
All
right. I got Michigan. I think Michigan is the best team here.
Really, Michigan.
Yep.
Hey, listen.
Hey,
Hey, don't sleep on Penn State.
okay.
Their defense is really good. They played head to toe almost with Ohio State.
Okay.
I think Ohio State is really coming into their own offensively. I still don't like their quarterback, but I think they have enough weapons to ultimately get across.
Okay.
I'm going to take, I know it's not a pick, but for my soon-to-be brother-in-law, I'm going to take Ohio State this week.
Okay.
Okay, just so we're putting it out there, just so he can like me another week.
Now, what's up with Maddie here? She's
Maddie?
picking Penn State by 3.
Listen, Maddie buys into the I hate Michigan from Josh.
Okay. All right.
And she also watched Penn State and Ohio State and thought that Penn State played pretty well.
Okay.
But all that doesn't matter because Michigan has the better running game. I think they're going to wear Penn State down on defense, and McCarthy's going to take his shots when he needs to,
Yeah.
and I think they're going to come out with a dub. I think they're going to win by 7.
There you go. All right.
Is it a whiteout in Penn State?
Is it? When is it not? Look at Deb Bowen in the comments.
Woo!
Shout out. Michigan
Shout
all
out, Miss
the
Deb.
way.
What a week.
I like it. This is a great week. You guys are doing a great
Got
job.
popping out
This is a great week. I love you guys.
We got celebrities.
Preston, Michigan, this still in the calls thing. Do they even deserve to be
Listen, you know what they say.
consideration
If
of
you can't
playoffs?
beat them, join them. Cheat them.
Cheat.
Yeah, cheat them.
Hey,
I like it.
everybody's cheating. It's just
You know what
about
they
who gets
say
caught.
down in Louisiana? Shoot them. Shoot them. You got to cheat them. So,
All right.
no, I think Michigan's the better team. I think they're probably championship caliber team. I think they'll probably wind up in the national championship. They're just strong all the way around. I don't want to take a chance. I'm going to go with Michigan all day.
Not taking a chance. I
I'm
like
going to
it.
talk him into one of these eventually.
Deb Bowen, good point. You do have family up there now. Yep. Shout out to AJ.
Oh, they live up there now?
Yeah.
I didn't
he's
know.
up there, man.
Hey, shout out AJ.
There it is. All right. Next game we have is number 18, Utah, the team we just cannot live without, versus number 5, Washington.
Oh,
Seems like we talk about Utah every week.
Utah.
for real.
I'll take it. Where we at? Let's go Preston on this one.
I'm going to take Michael Penix in Washington. I think he's the one of the best QBs in the nation. Started off in Indiana, but he's come a long way since then, and he's playing great football now. So
Row the boat.
row the boat, even
Yes,
though
sir.
it's different college. But yeah,
Minnesota.
yeah,
I know.
row the boat.
You turned the W upside down.
Yeah, I like Penix. I like this game. I like their chances of squeaking into a playoff. It could be that last team that squeaks in. So give me Washington.
All right, Wilbur.
Man, I was really really hoping you'd go Logan first because this is Utah's his team. He's been in Utah all year.
No, it's too late.
I'm gonna let him close.
Wow.
He's got it.
I'll be honest. This one's tough for me because on paper Washington is the better team.
Okay.
Washington should be the one that I choose.
Okay.
But I keep coming back to every time this year I've slept on Utah.
Oof. That's true.
They
You have got
get
burnt.
They get me. And I really don't want to.
About to get you again.
I'm going to be honest. I was about to take Utah.
Wow.
But I came down to the last 5 games. Their wins are against Arizona State, USC, who loses to everybody because they got no defense, and Cal. They lost to Oregon State and Oregon. And Oregon's a team that went toe-to-toe with Washington and barely lost. They didn't even beat them. And Oregon beat them 35-6. Beat Utah 35-6. And Utah hangs their hat on defense. But if they couldn't stop Oregon like that and their offense struggled against Oregon's defense, and it's at Washington, there's just no way I can go against Washington. I came in tonight thinking I was going to pick Utah. I was going to shake things up. I just don't think it's smart to go against Washington this week. I'm going to take Washington.
Hey, amen. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know.
Is it going to snow?
I don't know. It's Washington, so you never know.
It's supposed to be 51 degrees. No, it's supposed to
Any other state, man.
It's
Any other day. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with Josh's advice. I'm not picking Utah. I'm going with Washington at home. So good pick there. Logan, you got the floor, sir.
Will kind of stepped on the point there. I like you said, Utah's been my team all year long, even since the Florida game. That very first week of college football, you never knew who Utah was going to be, and they turned out to be a pretty decent football team. They did redeem themselves. Yeah, I mean, Florida did redeem themselves. But I mean, Washington has won their last 5 games by 10 points or less, which when you're an undefeated number 5 team, that's not something that you want to see, especially with a very, very good quarterback in Penix. But sometimes all things have to come to an end.
Only 6%.
Like a Chick-fil-A sweet tea.
But just not right now. Washington is going to take this.
So Chick-fil-A closed.
Utah's just not good. Just not
10? No.
10.
Still got time.
Yeah, give me one. I'm about to say college football. Pick them on the road.
Oh, hey, we'll go to Chick-fil-A.
Washington.
We'll go
I'm taking Washington.
We'll go to Aiken Pest. All right, so Washington across the board. Good picks. Last pick before we dig into the game of the week. Coming up on the Bulldogs. We got some Bulldogs out there, so make sure you hit us up in the comments section. We're coming after you in a second. We got Vandy coming to Williams-Brice Stadium, taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. What?
At noon.
Just go ahead and turn off College Game Day and get ready to tune in to SEC Network and check out this dumpster fire of a game. This is going to be awesome.
Game of the year.
You have no idea the stress this game is going to cause me. If we lose this game, we're done. If we win this game, we're still done, just because we have no hope.
Listen, if we win out,
positive vibes only, right?
Win out.
It's not happening.
Get a ball game. Win the ball game. 7-6. Hey, we've had worse.
Yeah, Lou Holtz. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Well, actually, we got Muschamp. Yeah.
Muschamp didn't have.
All right, let's get through this really quick. Vandy at South Carolina. Wilbur.
Clark Lee's got he's building over there. He's building. Clark Lee, I don't know. He's building a team. I mean, they're definitely better than when he first took over.
Yeah.
I think they're on the come up. I don't think they're going to turn into a powerhouse in the SEC, but I think they're not going to be a laughingstock in the SEC in like 2 years. Give them time. The defense is starting to come together a little bit. I like what they're doing under him. He's a defensive coordinator-minded coach.
What is defense?
Hey, exactly. South Carolina doesn't know.
Yeah.
And to be honest, their offense has struggled lately.
Hey.
But the fact is, Spencer Rattler has almost double the amount of passing yards that Vanderbilt's starting quarterback has. Spencer Rattler has 2,516 passing yards this year to A.J. Swann's 1,290.
Wow.
Almost double the points. I think Spencer airs it out this week. He says, what we got to lose? And Xavier Legette breaks some records this week.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm believing in it. From reading comments about South Carolina while I'm on it, though, my prediction is that Juice redshirts and comes back next year.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it.
I saw that. I did see
It would be
that.
awesome if Juice just suits up against Clemson. That would just be amazing. Just one game.
Yeah.
You come in for Clemson.
They wouldn't know what to do.
Get over 150
Get Juice
yards.
back, get Knox
Oh,
back.
dude.
Oh, we'd be,
Yeah.
ugh.
That would be insane.
Ugh.
But,
And we still lose by 3 because the defense would give up 60 points.
Wilbur. Listen, South Carolina's favored by 14 here.
I'm taking South Carolina.
I didn't know if you got the pick.
I didn't know if it was
Sorry.
clear. I'm taking.
Yeah, I got the Gamecocks. So
There.
Gamecocks at home.
I'm gonna take my field goal.
I got 17.
I got my
I
field
think-
goal.
I don't know. I think last week they probably held back the whatever playbook they had because that was ugly. That was just really ugly.
Listen, I was at the game. It was bad.
It was bad.
I was one of the ones booing. Not gonna lie. It was bad.
So, any other year rather for Heisman, absolutely. If we had
If we had a good record,
and we had offensive line, absolutely.
Yeah.
Gamecocks.
Yeah, last week was very disappointing. Still a little down about it. I came into tonight thinking, man, what happens when we lose to Vandy? Like, just think of the repercussions of what happens when South Carolina loses to Vandy and first time in.
people should be fired on the spot.
Yeah.
Shane Beaver might as well just pack up his
Don't even
bag
go
and
on the
go home.
tunnel. Don't even go on
Did
the
you,
tunnel.
hold on,
Don't
real
go to the
quick.
press conference.
Did y'all see what his son said to him?
Yeah, absolutely.
He said,
Absolutely.
"You're 2-6. You keep your butt in the office and you get to work.
Yeah, don't come to my school.
Don't come to my
Yeah.
school. Don't come to my truck or treat.
Right.
You need to get to work. You're 2-6."
Don't text.
It's,
Don't text.
I like it.
And that's how all of us feel as Carolina fans, and that's why we're all feel this way. Like, oh, we're gonna beat Vandy by a field goal. I don't think it's gonna be a very
Beautiful game.
it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be like the Jacksonville State game. It's probably gonna come down to the wire, unfortunately. Give me Carolina, but
Bro, but here's the thing too. Here's the thing. Seriously, defense came alive with what 4 turnovers last week. I mean,
Stone Bland
that's
was a pick
something.
six.
That's something.
there's 2.
What do you run, like a 4-4 on
That's
that
fine.
80-yard
We'll take
pick six? I mean,
You got to turn it to the right side eventually.
he's a
Defense showed
sophomore.
up.
Stone Bland's a sophomore. We got 2 more years out of that kid.
Here's the issue with thinking that way.
Great.
If Shane Beamer thinks that way, like, oh, now our
I mean,
defense
he
is
did
great.
miss, like,
Now we
20
can keep
tackles.
playing more.
That'd be fine.
They're coming alive
He's a
now that
sophomore.
it's the end of the season. Let's keep
should
playing.
be nice.
You were a sophomore.
together. But he's terrible.
And the special teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just never know. All right, Preston. Last thoughts, buddy.
That's what I feel about Carolina.
Yeah.
Every time I watch the game, I just want to crush a can. You know.
Remember how young and vibrant we were in week 2, and then
I was like 10-2 first week.
we got this. Here we are,
Yeah.
Preston.
We're truly the dumpster fire. I mean, if we want to really call it how it is,
Wait for Will next week, okay?
I know.
If we lose the
If we
Vandy,
lose the game.
Listen, I'm gonna say this is the game right here. This is the game of the year for Carolina. This is the game we come out. It's the game we play. They got some confidence, a little bit of confidence into the game.
Okay.
Beaver said, "Hey, celebrate your wins." That's what he said. Celebrate your wins. Don't matter who you played. Listen, Jacksonville State was 7-2. You know, in
There's a time to
the
dance.
Pac-12, they'd probably be
Yes, too.
undefeated. You know,
Yeah.
Jacksonville State.
That was a great comment.
Yeah, Jacksonville State in the Pac-12 is undefeated.
I
So.
want to favorite that.
Yeah, that was a solid comment by John. Anyways, I like Carolina. I like Radler. I like Anderson. You know, hopefully Legette's healthy. I think our offensive linemen are coming back this week. So I think we're getting healthier in the offensive line. That's been our plague all years. We started 4 freshmen at one point.
Yeah.
So that's been really our Achilles heel. Our Achilles.
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 Yeah, whoa. But yeah, I like Carolina. I like it's at home. We were going to go to this game, but we decided not to just because it's supposed to rain, so I didn't want to really. Oof.
yeah, get the kid down.
You know what Miss Gloria says?
What?
Sometimes dreams do come true.
When you
It must be nice to think that must be a Georgia
It's the
Bulldog.
hopes that kills you.
60% of the
Hey,
Every
you never know. Right before we get to our game of the
Carolina
week.
wins.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Oh,
All right.
Good.
Right before we get to our game of the week, let's throw up our sponsor real quick. NBC Sports. Appreciate them being our main sponsor, continuing to help us out. They are our number 1 sponsor, our first sponsor, and our only sponsor. So make sure if you're into Facebook, go ahead and check out the link we shared there. I'd love for you guys to be a part of it. This week, our game of the week brought to you by Midland Valley Christian Sports. We're going to have Kirk Pilgrim as our guest picker tonight. So, Kirk, what is up? We got Ole Miss taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. What's up, Kirk?
Nothing much. Just trying to enjoy this North Carolina weather.
Yeah, living the dream, man.
In North
Yeah.
Carolina.
North Carolina.
Y'all picking apples?
No, we are actually going to the little Polar Express train
Oh,
ride.
I've
Yeah.
been there. Such a win. Oh,
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going in December.
you are?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wouldn't row, you know?
Win in wrong 60% of the time. Row the boat, you know? It's good stuff. Well, Kurt, we're not here to talk about Christmas yet. I mean, I'm excited about Christmas, but the dogs.
You know what we forgot? Last week,
Your 5 thing.
last week we talked about, we were going to talk about our favorite Christmas movies.
Well, you go ahead and think about that while we're doing the guest pick, okay? All right. We don't want to interrupt Kirk here. He's got a very limited major time here in North Carolina. But we got Ole Miss taking on the Dogs. This is a big game. Big game. Ole Miss has shown themselves to be dangerous, but hasn't really sealed that big win. But they're still hanging around. Last week they had a pretty good game, but now we're taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. I know Will made a comment earlier about there's not a complete team. There's not a dominant team in college football. What's the argument for the Bulldogs? What about them is that's not it?
For
What do you
me?
think? Yeah, for you. This is for you.
I don't know. I don't think any team has really shown where they stand out above another team. That's not a hit on any college football team. I think Michigan's a really good football team. I think Georgia's a really good football team. I think Florida State's a really good football team. Michigan, Ohio State, I don't know if I said one of those already. I even, a lot of people hate me for it, but I think things happen. Maybe Bama sneaks in.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, Georgia
they're
fans
Atlanta.
aren't going to like that because they have a biased hatred against Bama. I understand it. We do it against Clemson. It's fine. But it's not a hit against anybody. I just don't think there's a dominant team. When I say dominant, I mean they have not shown any issues. And Georgia has a first half issue where a lot of times they don't show up in the first half. And if you're a Georgia fan, you probably can't admit to that. You've done better across the last 2 games.
Yeah.
But it has been there. And so I'd like to see them continue to dominate. If they can dominate, absolute dominate Ole Miss this week, I will put them in that dominant spot.
Fair enough.
But they have to beat them by more than 10, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They're a good offense. You got to come out and give them the business.
Oh, their
So-
quarterback's built like a dart.
Michigan.
Oh, my God.
He is a dart. So his dad was a dart. His grandpa was a dart. So when they see him in the street, they say, that guy.
His son named Jack.
That guy's built like a dart.
That guy's built like a dart. All right, Preston. We'll get back to Will's pick here in a second. What do you think of this game, Georgia, Ole Miss?
Yeah, I mean, I think Georgia has impressed me these past couple weeks. I think Bowers was a crutch. I think they relied on him too much. Obviously, he was probably the best player in the nation, but I feel like they were relying on him too much. And you really have seen that the past couple weeks with, I think McConklin coming back has really given them that big option to throw to. I think their team is really coming alive, not really having to go to that one player who felt like they had to get him the ball every play in order to win a game. I think I think they're a well-rounded team. I think they're young. Obviously, Carson Beck, this is his first full year being a starting quarterback. He's played well. His last couple of weeks, he's played really well. He started off a little shaky, but who doesn't? I mean, you start off, was he a junior, senior? I don't even know. He's been on Georgia forever, so
Right.
I think he's going to really come out and play well this week. I think this is going to be a big shootout, and so if they could really just take care of business this week, I think Georgia's defense is really going to be the make or break this week. If they can come out and play well, hold Jackson Dart to less scores, then Georgia obviously you're going to win. So
Absolutely.
You got the dogs?
I got the dog.
You got the dogs.
You got the
All right.
dogs.
All right, Kurt, before you give us your pick, what is the key to victory for the dogs this week?
Definitely our defense. If you look at statistically where we are at and where we hold people for, passing and rushing as well, like you look at, we have on average held people to 100 rushing yards per game. And then you also look at the passing yards as well, 182. That is their huge crutch with rushing with Jackson Dart because he is very, mobile quarterback as well. I think it all boils down to, can we hold Jackson Dart and keep the pressure on him? If we do, we will win this game easily. I don't think our offense is really going to struggle. We've really been doing a lot better the past several weeks. And then if you've actually watched Ole Miss's games, the past 4 or 5 weeks, they've struggled week in, week out, just keeping some momentum going. They come out, balling, and then they just completely fall apart. And then
you're right.
at the end of the game, then they finally start to get some leeway and they squeeze by. I think the last 4 games. Yeah, the last 4 games they have pretty much squeezed by a touchdown or less. So.
Yeah, good call. I think Georgia's defense shows up big for this game. Logan, thoughts on this game? Give us your pick.
Yeah, this is 2 really good quarterbacks. Going to be definitely a fight between both of the offense this week. Jackson Dart and Judkins are a dangerous backfield that Ole Miss has. They have a really good coach with Lane Kiffin. I think they're going to be a really big threat for Georgia this weekend. Georgia's still hurting. Brock Bowers still isn't playing, correct? He's still out.
Yeah, he's still out.
So
he probably won't come back.
Yeah.
He was out 4 to 6 weeks, I believe.
Yeah, so, they're still hurting from that.
He'll make the natty.
Yeah, he might make the natty.
When they make it to the natty, they're definitely going to have Brock Bowers. But,
The
the Trinati. I have to disagree and say Georgia is looking really dominant this year. They've played a lot of really good ball teams, and they have looked really pretty good. When you lose one of your best players that you've had at Georgia in a long time, and you still manage to win games well against really good teams, I think you're definitely a really good ball team. And I think Georgia's going to continue to roll. I think they're probably going to win it out all the way to the SEC championship. We'll see. But give me the Dogs.
Alabama's going to be a tough one. I think that's going to be the biggest test of the year.
All right, so I have to throw this out here. Now, if I remember correctly, back in the day, the Ole Miss Rebels, that was like a no-no, right? Like the logo got changed to the Rebel Bears.
No, it was the Rebel Sharks.
But then they became the Land Sharks.
Yeah.
That's like a joke, right? That's like Auburn War Eagle kind of deal.
It's still the Ole Miss Rebels on ESPN.
But what's the mascot? That's what I need to know in the comments section. Is it the Rebel Bears? Is it the Rebels? Or is it Land Shark? Because I don't really know anymore what world we're living in. I really don't.
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
The day that I lived in, it was the Rebels. I remember Eli Manning playing, and it was the Rebels, right?
Oh, careful.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Calm down.
It is Mississippi. So I got the Rebel Bears here taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. Based on mascot alone, I'm gonna go with the Bulldogs. So that's not the basis of my pick, but just looking at the 2 mascots, I'm gonna go with the Bulldogs.
Oh.
Yeah, Wilbur, your pick, man. What you think?
My pick. Despite me, it sounds like I hate on Georgia a lot, and
You're just a
okay.
realist.
It's okay.
I do have a little bit of not hatred, but dislike towards Georgia, just on the fact that they've been really good and we've been really bad, and it's hard to watch the team that you live with pretty much. Like their fans are with us every day, and we have to listen to them win and be happy and good for them. But we suck.
So
You cannot be happy.
And we're miserable. And so I want to state that I don't think that Georgia is a bad team. I think they're a really good team. I think they have a lot going for them this year. But I have been saying that Georgia had it coming.
Oh boy.
And
you've been saying they gotta lose before Atlanta.
And so
I think he's been saying it week 1,
Whoa.
week 2,
and I don't think it's going to be
week
Tennessee.
3, week 4.
Whoa.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Whoa.
I'm gonna state it. I don't feel full-heartedly confident about this pick. But at some point, I gotta separate myself from the pack again.
You're right.
Nobody's willing to make this move this week, and it's clear. I'm gonna be willing to make the move. If I go down for it, so be it. But I'm gonna save the graphic on this one, as Game Day likes to say, and I'm gonna roll with my boy Jackson Dart in a shootout in Athens. Give me the Rebels.
Wow. Okay. All right. Preston, did we get your pick?
Yeah, he said the Dogs.
You got the Dogs. I got the dogs.
I got
You got the dogs. You got the rebels.
I got the dogs
Okay.
in the dog house.
So you know what that means, right? So he picked Tennessee.
I did pick Tennessee.
So
separating.
hey,
Hey, you picked somebody against me though, didn't you?
no,
Oh, okay.
So y'all can.
we stayed.
It's still anybody's game at this point. We definitely have some separation.
Hey, are we going to debate about this? The best Christmas movie.
Well, we gotta get the
Let's
Christmas.
get Kirk.
Oh, Kirk didn't pick it.
Oh,
Good.
Come on, Kirk.
Well, his face was stuck for a
Hey.
second.
Hey,
It's like,
do y'all see my hat? Eventually,
I
at the
see
end of
that.
this year, I'm gonna have to get
what is
one
that,
that
Natty?
says "Repeat."
Three.
Oh yeah, back to back.
This is a family
It's gonna
friendly
say
show. We
go
don't wear
crazy.
natty hats, right? We don't wear those.
Some
Yeah,
of us don't have
you
the Preston flow.
Yeah.
All right, Kirkland. Who's winning this ball game? Let us know.
I think it'll be Georgia by 10.
Georgia by 10.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's a
pick.
good point.
That's a fair
Okay.
pick. You know.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
like
I
it.
think Ole Miss is gonna come out playing, and I think it's gonna be close. But
They're
I do
definitely
think
gonna
we're gonna
high
win
power
by at least
offense.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna like you, what Miss Gloria said. It's gonna be rough.
Row.
Row. I like it. Row. All right, Kurt. While we got you on here, what is your all-time favorite Christmas movie?
This is the best part of the show.
You can't go wrong with Elf. It's a classic.
Elf is the classic.
Yeah.
That definitely might be top 5.
Yeah.
That might be.
Yeah.
I gotta rethink things now.
That's good. So, all right, well, Kurt, man, thanks for hopping on with us. I think I'm with you. I think the dog's gonna roll. We'll see what happens.
Roll dogs.
Roll
Yep.
dogs.
That's supposed to be blasphemy to every
I know. And they're like, and we just lost our followers. All right. Well, Kurt, thanks for joining us. Have a good time on the Polar Express.
Yeah.
See ya.
Get some hot chocolate. Have a good time, man.
Oh yeah. Have a good one.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, that concludes our game of the week. And now, you know what? Will gets the dumpster fire. Me and Preston are just two old guys that are married. So we're going to let Logan have the top 5 here.
Let's do it.
Logan's top 5 favorite Christmas movies, and we will chime in and debate.
All right. We basically got this idea from another YouTube channel. I shot them out real quick. Shameless plug.
That was our idea.
Their name is Dude Perfect.
Oh, who is that?
Actually, Tyler Tony is their main guy. He's really cool.
Sponsors do perfect.
Christian guy.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Hire me full
Yeah.
time.
I'll do anything.
We'll be the South Carolina branch.
anyways.
Perfect.
Top 5 Christmas
Okay.
movies. All right.
All right.
I know what Dustin's favorite Christmas movie is.
Yes,
It's
sir.
Muppets Christmas. And
Amen.
we're going to go ahead and throw it out there.
All right.
That is not in the top 5.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm going to put Elf at number 5 for sure. Elf is a classic for anybody. Definitely.
I like Elf.
Yeah. Number 4, we're going to go with, any ideas? Polar Express, maybe?
Oh,
Polish Express is definitely top 5.
Polar
Wow,
Express is
that's
a good movie.
I think that's a good
solid.
one.
Can you hear the bell? Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
You got to believe.
I hear the
You don't
bells
believe.
on Christmas
You don't believe.
You don't believe.
I love that.
LK does not believe.
How dare you.
Shame on her.
Hey, Santa ain't come to see her.
I believe.
Number 3
I did
is number 3 Christmas movie of all time is. Help me out.
Bro, we're talking Grinch, we're talking Santa Claus, we're talking
Grinch.
Home Alone.
We ain't got there yet.
Okay.
Ain't got the Grinch.
I can do this all day.
All right, give me number 3.
Captain America.
The Santa Claus.
Where's those?
Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus is like the goat, man.
No, no.
What?
Scott
Calvin?
Calvin's good.
No.
Scott Calvin.
Scott Calvin.
Right?
I'm gonna go.
What about
my number
Rudolph?
3? My number 3.
Ooh,
You might not have seen this
Classic.
movie.
Classic.
I find it hilarious.
I'm already
I
not
don't know
liking
if I can
this
say this on the show.
I already not
Jingle
liking
All
this
the Way?
No. 4 Christmases. It's a really good movie.
You just.
I don't even know what that is.
What are we doing right
It's
now?
hilarious.
Guys,
You
it's not
just,
around.
you had the Grinch.
It's-
You had
It's
Santa
number
Claus.
3.
Are you
You
talking
had
about this
any,
movie?
Any
Yes.
Christmas Carol.
I've never even seen this movie.
That's your own fault. It's PG-13. Don't watch it unless you're. Number 2.
Wow.
Number 2.
Family show.
Number 2. Give me Santa Claus.
Okay.
Oh.
Scott Calvin. Gotcha.
Yes.
Number 1.
What's your number 1?
Give me the Grinch.
Okay. The Jim Carrey Grinch.
Oh,
Jim
yeah.
Carrey.
Okay.
I do.
For sure.
I do have a problem.
Not the animated.
The Four Christmases, man. You lost me.
You need to watch.
You lost me.
Have you seen it?
I don't need to see it.
It's
That's
hilarious.
nowhere near the top.
Here's
So
my
fun.
thing. You can take out Elf or
Santa Claus is coming to
Four
town.
Christmases or whatever it was. You gotta have Home Alone in there somewhere. That's a classic.
You're right.
I love
Home
Home
Alone's
Alone.
top 3.
They got Wordy Dirts in that movie.
Wordy Dirts.
Wordy Dirts, man.
I love that movie.
Filthy
Also,
Animal. Keep the change.
You gotta put
Filthy
Die Hard
Animal.
in there.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Frosty,
Right,
Rudolph the
right.
Red-Nosed
Give me some
Reindeer.
classics.
Only
Listen,
5
listen.
spots.
A Charlie Brown
Brown
Christmas? Come
Like,
on.
This
Lord
is
of the
Elementary
Rings.
School 2.0.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Hey, put in the chat. What's your top 5
Top
Christmas
5
movies?
Christmas
Come on.
movies. That's
We're gonna have to
it.
clip this.
This is
'cause I think
debatable,
This is
okay?
like the most debatable subject of the entire night.
Absolutely.
What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Next week.
Listen, shout out to Muppets Christmas Carol. If you haven't seen it, it's a classic. Gotta watch it. It's good.
Next week we're gonna talk top 5
Hey,
Thanksgiving
Mickey's
foods.
Christmas Carol? Like, that's a classic.
Scrooge.
Hey,
Scrooge.
Yeah, man.
There's only 5.
I'm gonna call her out. My girlfriend's deathly afraid of the Muppets.
Really?
We went,
Afraid?
we went to Disney World. She literally hid behind me when we passed them over.
Am I a Muppet?
Wow.
Or am I?
She hates them.
I
I think it's hilarious.
So,
Dude, so shout out
Peter
to
Pan?
Hollywood Studios. They just got brand new seats in the Muppet Show.
wow.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Dude, Miracle on 34th Street
It's a Wonderful
That-
Life.
should have been top 5. I'm gonna say it.
Come on.
For Christmas,
All right, give me
you
yours.
lost me.
Yeah.
It's gotta be there, man.
Give me yours.
Misty, great. Miracle on 34th Street, number 5. I'm gonna go to the old one. I'm talking
Old.
black and white.
Classic.
Classic.
Matilda.
Santa Claus is coming to town, number 4.
Mhm.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Muppets Christmas Carol, number 3 for me. That's just for me. Okay. Let's go The Grinch and then Polar Express.
White Christmas.
Well, man, I don't know.
Polar
I gotta write this thing out.
Polar
Yeah.
Because Santa Claus might kick Muppets count. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Miracle on 34th Street, fit number 5.
We'll get yours ready.
All right. Miracle on 34th Street. Let's go Muppets 4, Santa Claus 3, Grinch 2. I don't feel like Polar Express is there.
I was about to say, how do you put Polar Express at 1? Like, it's good.
Hold on. I gotta really think this out. This is good.
Polar
Go ahead.
Express.
5?
Polar Express.
Okay.
I just had it. Frosty. Love Frosty the Snowman.
But
The
that's-
movie is really good.
It's
I
not a
like it.
commercial.
What's wrong with Arnold? That's Jingle All the Way.
Hey Arnold!
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
I'm
Jingle.
going.
That's top 5.
Jingle.
Yes.
Oh.
Come
Okay,
on
here's
now.
my thing.
Three
White-
Ninjas.
Hey, Miss Gloria, White Christmas.
Listen, at
That's
4,
not a bad pick.
with Frosty, I'm gonna go Frosty / Santa Claus is coming to town. I think those two
Those
are
are
kind of the
classics,
same, but
right.
they're classics.
Yeah.
Number 3 has got to be the Santa Claus movies. Number 2 has got to be
Oh yeah.
the Grinch, and
Okay.
then number 1 is Home Alone.
All right, let's check out Holly's here, because this one's. All right, you have me.
Grinch.
Jack Frost.
That's not a Christmas movie.
Holly, I hate to be that guy, but that's not a Christmas movie. That's a Groundhog movie. Like that's the Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
It's a Christmas movie.
Because Jack Frost.
Oh, no. I was
No,
talking about
Jack
that.
Frost comes out and limbered the groundhog sees his shadow. It's literally groundhog.
I thought she was talking about Nightmare for Christmas.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
let me get some clarity here. Because there is the Jack Frost with the dad dies and becomes back as like the creepy snowman. Is that the Jack Frost you're talking about? Or are you talking about like the
Yeah,
classic?
Michael Keaton's Jack Frost.
Okay.
Oh, are we talking about Jack
Okay,
Frost in
I
the
got
Santa
you.
Claus
That's-
movies?
That's a little different. I got
60%
you.
of the time.
It's all good.
Every time.
That's the one, Holly. That's the one. I like it. And not a bad top 5. I'm not gonna hate on that top 5. It's not bad. Nightmare Before Christmas. Now that's a debate.
It's a Christmas movie.
Christmas or Halloween?
That's
It's after Halloween.
Okay.
Even though he's the Pumpkin King, he gets associated
Okay.
with Halloween, but he's
It's a good argument.
it's Christmas.
Yeah,
I
we
don't think it's a
definitely
top
we need to
5.
work on this top 5.
Yeah.
Not
All right,
a
next week, top 5 Christmas songs.
Oh, okay.
All
I'm
right.
gonna do some research.
So we're gonna have that ready for you guys. Get ready for the debate. Top 5 Christmas
For
songs.
Thanksgiving.
For whenever we're gonna have our show, I don't know. But stay tuned.
Top 5 Thanksgiving foods.
Next week is not Thanksgiving though.
No, it's not.
That's in 2 weeks.
2
Yeah.
weeks.
2 weeks.
So top 5 Christmas songs next week.
Listen. Next
Listen.
Debate. Next debate. What's better, Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Oh, Christmas by far. Christmas is the greatest holiday.
Yeah.
Where can you Thanksgiving you go?
The birth of our Savior?
Thanksgiving barely.
Listen, yes,
Birthday?
that's great.
Birthday.
But listen,
Valentine's Day.
birthday.
Valentine's Day is
Father's
overrated.
Day.
I hate Valentine's Day.
Father's Day is the most off, terrible.
I
Easter?
like
Come on,
Thanksgiving. You know
Easter.
why? Because I could eat so much food.
Easter?
Easter's
I can do that at Christmas.
You gotta have an argument for Easter there.
yeah. Thank you.
You have to. Yeah.
Either one. But then you go watch football. Football and food.
Thanksgiving's definitely number 2.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Top 5 holidays.
You
I
can
would say Thanksgiving's top 5.
You
I
can
would
watch
give you
football
that.
at Christmas. What are you talking about? And you eat
Yeah,
good
yeah,
Christmas
They don't
food.
play football on Christmas. They play basketball.
They
Yeah.
play soccer on
Boxing
College
Boxing
football
Day.
usually has
a
Boxing
game.
Day. Boxing Day.
Christmas is
They
on
have a
Monday.
game?
Christmas
We have
is on
lost
Monday.
the chat.
We have
Anyways,
Monday night.
We have lost.
thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
Yeah. Hey, if you like more stuff like this, we'll just make a show about random top 5
Yeah.
stuff. But man, thanks for tuning in. We still have 10 people watching. I don't know what you're watching, but thanks for tuning in. We're going to clip this later and share it because I think this is probably the best part of the whole show.
Let us know what your favorite Christmas movie is.
Yeah. Hey, in the comments, go ahead and just write your favorite Christmas song of all time. Just do it.
And
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Now.
Do it.
Now.
Do it.
Don't delay.
Do it.
All right, let's
Do
wrap
it.
it up.
That's a wrap. That's
We gotta
a
go
wrap.
Chick-fil-A.
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 Chick-fil-A is
You got 30 minutes.
Chick-fil-A.
30 minutes.
Roll dogs, baby.
Let's go.
Roll dogs.
All the way to
Quarter of the week.
end.